It's beer o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer. Today we've got a beer from Northern Monk Brewing Company based in Leeds, West Yorkshire. Love it up there. Brilliant place to go and have a beer if you haven't already. And this is a can of Northern Monk's Infinite Fog Hazy DIPA at 8% ABV. Described as, just reading the big letters, there's a lot here, but citrus and peach. Now I picked this up in Sainsbury's. It was £3, between £3.50 and £4 a can, and it's on a 4 for 3 deal. So you buy 3 cans, you get your 4th free. So without further ado, it's 8%. So we have a nice big double IPA to show you here today. A little bit of smoke on the can opening, not too much. Beer in the glass. Yeah, look at that. We got a 1 finger white head. Good levels of carbonation. Straw coloured. What I like about the beer is that you have the little bits of sediment there in the bottom of the glass. Little bits of yeast that they've left in, and that just mops up any kind of residual sugars in the beer, and it creates a little bit more carbonation. Can conditioning, the old-fashioned way with bottle conditioning. But we don't seem to see too many bottled beers anymore. Not as many as we used to see anyway. It's all cans these days. So straw coloured, nice and hazy. Let's get the aroma on the beer. It's really soft. A really soft sort of pillowy, zesty, little bit of pine. It sort of sits between, for me in the aroma anyway, it sits between East Coast IPA, which is lovely and soft, and there's not much bitterness, and then West Coast IPA, where it's really kind of piney and resinous, and then you get a lot of sort of kind of orange peel, grapefruit, fleshy blood orange aromas, and of course bitterness on the back end of the beer. There seems to be a bit of everything. At the moment, I can't tell you if it's going to be East Coast or West Coast. Or lots of flavour, or lots of bitterness. A little bit of malt in there too. Okay, let's dive in. Cheers, everybody. Oh, a real prickly, sort of intense. Oh wow, okay. It's interesting. It seems a very fresh beer. Like the hops are quite hot. It's quite, whoa, it's quite, there is some bitterness there, but it's like you're tasting a load of hop oils. Oh, and that feeling, that lovely feeling. This time of year, autumn, sort of heading into winter, when you drink a beer with a higher ABV, it kind of does it all year round, but you really feel it this time of year, that kind of warming as the beer slides down the throat into the pit of the stomach. You get that lovely warming sensation from that 8% ABV. It's an interesting one. I'm standing here asking myself, even after one taste, is it something I would buy again? Let's try and break it down a bit. So first of all, mouthfeel. It's a big double malt body to the beer, so it's a bit of a creamy, rich mouthfeel to this one. They've added some oats to the beer. You get that sort of creamy, rich, oaty flavour coming through. Oaty mouthfeel and flavour, should I say. I've been talking, so I've missed that middle. I'll have another taste in a moment. So we're right on the back end of the beer already. We're getting that sort of... It's a combination of strong hop. What I'm perceiving, what I'm guessing is sort of strong hop concentrates, and then some bitterness. But those strong hop concentrates are just sort of like, the beer's a bit stuck. It's a bit kind of, let's try and pull some flavours. Let's just concentrate on the middle of the beer, the flavours of the beer. So forgetting the mouthfeel, yeah, it's one of those beers where they just sort of, everything's sort of clumped together as one big flavour. It's not quite orange peel, it's not quite grapefruit, it's not quite peach, it's not quite passion fruit, it's not quite mango. It's like a combination of all of those flavours, and that leads me into thinking, especially with that sort of aggressive hop, it's quite hard to explain. It's not quite a bitterness, but it's just this strong flavour of tropical and sort of resinous fruits. But they're not separated. They're not like you're having a bit of pineapple, then you're waiting a couple of seconds, you might be having some peach, and you're waiting a couple of seconds, you might be tasting some pineapple or some grapefruit. All the flavours are sort of crammed together, and that leads me into thinking that it's hop oils, it's hop concentrates, which, yeah, it is an 8% beer at about £3.50, £4 a can, so it's not like it's not like it's super expensive for a double IPA. If and this is the point, I suppose, I'm going to finish on this. If this was a beer from Northern Monk that was sort of high end, say from maybe Cloudwater or Verdant, Polly's, even though Polly's are in the supermarket now, you know, like a Polly's from their website, you'd be paying for a double IPA like this now, you'd be paying £6, £7, maybe £8 a can if you wanted a sort of a top tier double IPA with incredible flavours and, you know, a difference between a Ford Fiesta and a Ferrari. This is probably it. This is probably a Ford Fiesta double IPA. Nothing really wrong with it. It's just not that exciting. It's just not that exciting. So, I'm going to say 6 out of 10 for this one. 6 out of 10 from Real Ale Craft Beer. Please put your comments in the comments box. Subscribe to our daily beer and food reviews. Give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom. Cheers.